It's generally safe to drink 3-day-old lemon water stored in a clean, safe thermos with ice, provided that the thermos is clean and stainless steel, and that the lemons are not getting old themselves or showing signs of spoilage. Always good to smell and visually inspect it. Lemon is acidic, and therefore the pH level is low. Those of you looking forward to your lemon water drink and you left it at your workplace over the weekend, stored in ice, well, just make sure the ice is clean as well as the lemons are in good condition. Just take a whiff of it. Take a nice big smell through your nostrils. The benefits of lemon water include vitamin C, digestion help, increased water intake, and it's good for weight management, and it promotes antioxidant properties. It also gives you a sense of fullness, which will aid in weight management. You had a good idea for a second, then you were alerted by your phone. Ding! And it's a sale, a pop-up, 30% off at Vitamin Shop for vitamin C, an IG Instagram notification or a Facebook notification, a reminder from your mechanic to get your oil changed because your time is up, a new series on Netflix that we'll think you'll love, a Turning Point USA call for a donation, a YouTube notification, a online phone game, cellular phone game notification. And what was that good idea you had again? Poof, ding, out of the lexicon of your imagination. Unto the love of loves, aloft she flies. Nay, things that suffer death quench not the fire. Of deathless spirits no eternity serves sordid time that withers all things rare. Not love, but lawless impulse is desire that slays the soul. Our love makes still more fair. For friends on earth, fairer in death on high. That's by Michelangelo, the artist. Well, if you see that movie star and me, or if you see that picture in a magazine, or if you fall asleep by the bedroom TV, well, honey, I'm just trying to make some friends. Counting Crows, 2008. Adam Duritz, the lead singer of the Counting Crows, well, he dated both friends, Jennifer Aniston, in 1995, and then Courtney Cox in 1997. I dream of Michelangelo when I'm lying in my bed. Little angels hang above my head and read me like an open book. Counting Crows, 1996. Michelangelo designed the distinct uniform that is worn by the French army today in the Vatican City. Michelangelo designed the distinct uniform that is worn by the Swiss Army today in Vatican City. Daylight savings time. Well, in Germany, it was the first country to do this in 1916 to conserve coal during World War I. Many European countries followed suit. The U.S. had its own version in 1918. But it was repealed after World War I by many countries, including the U.S., but then reinstated during World War II. After the war, it varied by state. The Uniform Time Act of 1966 standardized daylight savings time in the U.S., but it gave states the right to opt out, like Arizona. Daylight savings time had been abolished in certain countries as recent as 2022. It's abolished in Mexico, Russia, Turkey, Argentina, Namibia, Jordan, Syria, Azerbaijan, Uruguay, Iran, and the Samoa. Daylight fading, come and waste another year. All the anger and the eloquence are bleeding into fear. Moonlight creeping around the corners of our lawns when we see the early signs of daylight fading, we leave just before it's gone. Counting Crows, 1996. The benefits of a scalp massage are these: it exfoliates dead skin and dandruff. It's a stress reliever. It stimulates blood flow to the scalp. It enhances circulation. It may reduce headaches as well as migraines. It promotes relaxation and good sleep. It promotes alertness. It improves cognitive functions. It reduces tension and in the scalp and neck muscles. It's recommended that you receive a massage if you're going to do it, a scalp massage 3 to 5 times a week, 2 daily. Here are some things that your father used to say: turn the lights off when you leave the room. Here are things that you say now at your father's age or getting close to it: turn the lights off when you leave the room. Procrastination will erode your confidence more than not being prepared. Note to self: a Facebook car advertisement from Facebook Marketplace, that beautiful place, reads as follows: car for sale, great price, no lowball offers, no title, aka stolen car. Tattoo shops opening everywhere. Here are the places that per 100,000 tattoo shops are opening everywhere. Here are the places in the United States with the most tattoo shops per 100,000 residents. The most: Hawaii, Vermont, and the state of Oregon. The least: South Carolina, Mississippi, and Washington, D.C. The most common tattoos for men include the tribal lion, skulls, tigers, sleeve tattoos, geometric tattoos, line work, and crosses. The most common tattoos for women include roses, botanicals, butterflies, celestial bodies, hearts, wings, and quotes. The percentage of people polled when it came to tattoo regret stood at 51% of people regretting their tattoos 2 years later. Most likely, you have a song that you enjoy but do not even know most of the lyrics to. Such is music, such are poems, such is your country, such is your beloved wife. You never forget your first car, your first apartment, the first time that you really opened your eyes, your first trip without your family involved, the love that you were not ready for, your big heartbreak, your first job, your first bike ride without someone holding the back seat of your bike, the first phone number that you could call that was not your family member. The quote of the week comes from our beloved nostalgia videos that we see online all the time, social media, that world. The world that you were raised in no longer exists. You can't go back to it. If you have some extra time and want to do some extra research, look up John B. Watson, American psychologist, also known as the father of behaviorism. He was, or scientific study. He was famous for his scientific study of observable behavior. And if you have a little more extra time, read into his experiment called the Little Albert Experiment. And if you have even more time on your hands, and if you wish to know people and their behaviors, check out his personal life, which was just as interesting as his studies, if not more. A super recognizer is a term used to label someone, people, with the ability to recognize faces. Physiognomy is the ancient Physiognomy is the ancient practice of judging character from facial features. But note, there is not a specific name for somebody good at reading emotions from facial expressions, or what Popular Science Online would call emotional intelligence or reading the room. Dogs and babies. Dogs sense human emotions by visual cues like body language, tone of voice, exceptional sense of smell, their chemical changes in their bodies, whether they're happy, sad, or stress. Babies pick up on emotions and emotional cues by facial expressions, tone of voice. They interpret emotions through social interaction and by looking at their parents' reaction to guide their responses. Dog meat consumption. Countries where it's still prevalent: China, South Korea, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Myanmar, Northeast India, Philippines, Nigeria, Ghana, and Cameroon. Countries where it's not completely illegal, but it's illegal and banned for commercial sale include Switzerland, the United States, and the United Kingdom. Nigeria has the highest amount of rabies and deaths in Africa from tainted meat. The highest amount of rabies deaths in Asia are these three countries: India, Indonesia, and China. The highest rabies death in Africa, include Nigeria, South Africa, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. When it comes to the rabies population, states where they have the highest percentage of people acquiring rabies include Texas, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York City, North Carolina, California, and Alaska. And the following animals are contributing to these populations in North America: raccoons, bats, skunks, and foxes. The term hangry is a term used to describe irritability due to being hungry. Science says that blood sugar drops from not eating. It can cause irritability and anxiety and bad temperedness. Information access and having it quickly. The greatest innovation of the last 30 years is having access to information at the speed of light. The right information can change your life if used correctly. And the opposite of that, of course, political texts never got me or anyone to have a change of heart when it comes to politics. Have they ever worked on you? All those political texts that you get from politicians you will never see, do they affect the way you vote, or do you just ask them please to not call you, or do you type in stop to end their notifications? Either way, positive or negative, they'll just call you from a different hashtag anyway.